Hello for the fourth week of Advent. We're almost there to Christmas. Using the first reading, Isaiah 1, 10 to 14, and the Gospel, Matthew 1, 18 to 24. It has all to do with Joseph's dream. This dream of Joseph, I think, is insightful. For example, dreams. How did Joseph know that his dream was real and from God? He just might have said it's just one of those wild dreams. It certainly isn't God. God doesn't speak to me in dreams. Have you ever had one of those wild dreams where when you wake up, you say, thank God it was only a dream. It was only a dream. Or have you ever had one of those dreams where you would say, what is really, my mother spoke to me, or so and such spoke to me, and it was so real, it was real. In between all of this, that's exactly what happened to Joseph in his dream. And it was wild, not only his dream, but the situation in which he found himself. Let's look at Joseph's possible perspective. Well, he learns that his fiancée, the one he's going to marry shortly, is pregnant, and not by him. She's having a child. It probably was the worst day of his life. Joseph, as was supposed to be a good man, a pious man, and yet this happens to him. Depressed, desperate, devastated. How could this woman do this to me? Who am I? He didn't have this where we call Joseph just and a good man. I don't understand. Yet Joseph tried to work it out and decipher what should he do. He could scour the scriptures, and the law of Moses, pretty strict. If a woman is caught in adultery, we know, stone her. Dump her. Stone her. Kill her. Was this Mary, my love? What should he do? Should he possibly marry her and then become part of the problem? What should I do? What does God want me to do? Well, then in that dream, there's a whole new plan set up. In that dream, the angel comes and says, Joseph, don't be afraid. Take Mary as your wife. Oh, really? Was that delusions of grandeur or figments of imaginations, figments of just a dream? Joseph really had to think it out, pray it out, work it out, or try to work it out. And so we know he did. He really didn't follow the law of Moses, but he took Mary into his house. And the betrothal apparently was over, and carrying the person across the threshold or whatever they did was a sign of the marriage. Take her into your house. And then they started their wild married life. These two poor people, a pregnant woman, and on the move toward fulfilling their duty of participation in the census at the time. Joseph unbelievably tried to figure it out, pray it out, think it out, and then finally he made a decision. And how clear was that decision? I think very often we think, oh, well, the angel told him in the dream and then he started doing it. I don't think that's the way it happened with this just man, this good man, this good Jewish man in the line of David. But he did. He did make a decision in that fog. Well, the point of all this, I think, at least for me, have you ever had to make a deep decision? Maybe not exactly like this, but I'll be damned if I do, I'll be damned if I don't. I should do this, or maybe I should do that. And you go back and forth, and you're confused, and you pray to God, and you're still confused, and you think and pray. We all need to make decisions like that. Why did you marry this woman? Why did you marry this man? I wonder how many wild decisions are out there about that episode. I think I had to make a wild decision. Do you really want to be a priest, or do you really not want to be a priest? Figure it out. Decide. Well, how many people decided to marry? How many people decided to be a priest or to be a sister? How certain were they? But they decided. And in this case, thank God, Joseph decided to follow the dream, to follow the message of the angel, and try not to be afraid, and take Mary as your wife. What a part he played in salvation history. Just as we can say the same thing, if not more, about Mary. She had to decide. In the scriptures, I don't understand, but I will be done, like Jesus, or fiat, let it happen. Decisions. All of us have to make decisions, and some of them are really hard. Thank God Joseph decided to accept Mary as his wife, and he took her into his house. Have a good day.